You're good.
And to start, can you say your full name and your title?
I'm Sandra Davidson. I am an instructor of Spanish here at WTAMU. I've taught Spanish here at WT for 28 years, and I taught at the high school level for 10 years. I taught at Canyon High School and then Randall High School when Randall was a brand new school. And the last 28 years I've been here at WT.
What hometown did you grow up in?
I grew up in Pampa, Texas.
Pampa.
I did not grow up speaking Spanish. I just enjoyed it very much. I liked my teachers, and I kept taking Spanish classes and finally ended up getting a major in Spanish.
Outside of the classroom, what do you like to do?
I enjoy skiing, though I don't get to ski very often. I ski on the snow with my husband and son. We usually go to Taos, New Mexico. I'm not a very great skier, but I don't fall very often. And I was just able to ski recently, and I got a senior citizen discount and on my lift ticket, and I was very proud of that, being able to ski for so long. I love to garden. I love to have my hands in the dirt. I like growing vegetables, lettuces, spinach, arugula. I like growing flowers, but I have to protect them from our animals, our domesticated animals, and the wild animals that live around our place. And so I am hoping to get a greenhouse someday to protect my plants. And my husband and I both love to cook, and we cook a lot, and we enjoy spending time cooking, especially on the weekends we cook, and then we have leftovers, or actually we call them planned overs, for our meals during the week.
When did you start skiing?
I was very close to 30 years old when I first started skiing. So I've been skiing over half my life. And our son, as soon as he was able to walk, he began skiing with an instructor. And so he's very good. He likes a snowboard, but I prefer to skis. And so that's something that my husband and son and I still enjoy doing together.
And in gardening, what's your favorite vegetable to grow?
I like growing arugula and spinach. They grow very easily. And I have to grow everything in containers because we really do have deer and other wildlife where we live. We're kind of in between Canyon and Amarillo, and the deer just wait for, especially flowers, when they're about to bloom, the deer come and eat them. You know, they just clip them off before they can bloom, and that must taste really good to a deer. And so I like growing things that I can put in a salad. And right now I have habanero peppers growing, and we use those in some of our recipes. But my spinach and arugula didn't do well this year, so I'm waiting for the spring when we have a little more sunlight, little longer hours of sunlight, and I'm going to start growing them as soon as I can. Probably spring break I'll get my planters going.
What do you like to cook with your husband?
Everything, anything. We cook soups and from soup to steak. We like new recipes. Everything that you could think of, you know, we will cook it.
What's your top dish, like the first thing that comes in your mind?
Oh, probably steak, potatoes, and salad is what is our favorite thing to have. But as far as something that involves putting in a lot of ingredients or something, we make a really good green chili stew. We've also made a great jalapeno salsa, which I learned to make from a lady that we built a house for her in Juarez in the fall, and through a group called Casas por Cristo. And so you take your jalapenos and you cut them just down the middle, long ways, and take a lot of garlic and fry all that lightly in just a little bit of oil in a pan. When those are lightly fried, put them into the blender with a cube of chicken bouillon and no other liquid, and whip that up together in the blender. And it makes a wonderful jalapeno salsa. Now, you don't want to eat it just by itself because it's straight jalapenos, but the flavor with the chicken bouillon and the garlic is out of this world. And so it's great on steak. It's great on lots of things. Mixing it with guacamole is great. I make a very good guacamole too.
When y'all cook, y'all follow recipe or y'all change it up?
That's a great question. It depends. We have started with new recipes that we try to stick to a recipe the first time we make something, and then we decide if we want more or less of a certain flavor for the second time we make it. But sometimes we just say, let's brown this meat and throw some stuff in it and some spices in it and see what we can make with this. And that's usually when it gets too spicy, is when I see him going through the spice cabinet, and that can be a big skillet surprise that no one wants to eat. So.
And are these recipes like you find them online, or are they family recipes?
My husband loves to watch the Food Network, and so he gets ideas from that and says, let's try something. And so generally without a recipe per se, although sometimes I'll look up a recipe, but a lot of times it's just, we have some of this spice, this meat, this vegetable, let's do something with it, see what we can make that we all like. And that's how the food comes about at our house sometimes.
I don't have any more questions.
You're going to have to do some cutting to make this sound okay, huh?
That sounds great.